already started. So we are going to kind of do the opposite of last week. Last week we did 4 sets of 10, 3 sets of 20, 2 sets of 30, 1 set of 40. Today we're going to do 1 set of 10, 2 sets of 20, 3 sets of 30, 4 sets of 40. I think it adds up to 300 reps, which means we have 2 15-minute rounds instead of our 10-minute rounds. So let's give it a go. I have absolutely no idea what the progressions are going to be because I didn't plan it. I planned the rep template, but I did not plan the progressions. So we're going to start out the way we always start out. 2 hand swings for 10 reps, and then we're going to go to 20. 2 sets of 20, and that is going to be, the first set's going to be 5 and 5 plus 10, and then the second set is going to be, what should we do for the second set? Maybe 2 at a time for a total of 20 reps. So let's get going. 2 hand swings, 10 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 5 plus 10 is 20. I'm not going to do any extra reps, and I'll tell you why as we get more time in our recovery intervals to talk. 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2 hands for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. So I mentioned, let's see how many steps I have. I already have 10,000 steps this morning. What did we decide? 2 at a time? 2 at a time, so we're going to switch on 2 for 20 reps. So I told you last week, well, now I ran out of time. 2 at a time. 1 swing, 1 switch. 1, switch on 2. 1, switch on 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, last rep, and we're done. So Saturday is my heavy swing day, and this last Saturday was even heavier than normal because we did a little swing test. So I did 1 10-minute round with 20 kilo, and the rest of my workout with a 16. So I already moved a lot of weight on Saturday. Okay, first set of 30 is going to be 5 through 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1. And we're done. Alrighty, so we have a 45-second break here. So I decided to start our first set of 30 with 5 through 1 because we started our last set of 20 with 5 at a time. We ended with 2 hand swings. So we'll start this part 5, but then it just made sense to go 4 through 1. Okay, so we have to do 3 sets of 30, so where are we? What makes sense? I'd like to do some more two-hand swings, so let's take it down to that 4 through 1 ladder, plus 10. 4 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1, 2 hands for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. For 30 reps, 45 seconds. Okay, so what makes sense next? So, let's see. Let's take it to that 3, 2 ladder plus 20, 2-hand swings. So this is our last set of 30, and then we've got 4 sets of 40. What do we decide? 3 and 3, 2 and 2 plus 20, 2-hand swings, 30 reps. Here we go, 3 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 hands for 20 more. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Okay, so that last set started with 3s. So let's go to 4 at a time for 40 reps. So we're gonna do 4 and 4. 10 times. Actually, we're going to do 4 10 times. So that would be 4 and 4 5 times. That's 40 reps. And we'll talk about some options for extra reps in the next round. 2 15-minute rounds in this workout today. 4 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 3 times. 2, 3, 4. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4. Last 4, 10, 2, 3, and 4. Woohoo! Okay, so we did 4 at a time. Let's do 5 at a time. 5 at a time. Okay, so part of me wants to start the next round with 4 sets of 40 and work our way back to 10 reps. Or we could just start over again with 10 reps. So let's do it that way. We're gonna do it that way. But first, what's our next set? 5 at a time? 5 at a time for a minute. I'm not doing any extra reps, but I'll talk about what kind of extra reps you can add after we finish this set. 5 at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. Done. Okay. So what makes sense next? Oh yeah, 6 through 2. 6 through 2 ladder. 6 through 2 ladder. Okay, so here's my suggestion. Like last week, you can add 10% to every set of 10, 20% to every set of 20, 30% to every set of 30, 40% to every set of 40. That's a lot of extra reps, especially on those sets of 40. Or you can add 10% to your set of 10, and then you have 2 sets of 20, you can add 10% and then 20%. 3 sets of 30, you can add 10%, 20%, 30%. 6 through 2 ladder. 6 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 3. 2 and 2. Last 2. And you're done. All right, so let me see if I can do some quick math here. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. There's no quick thing about 2 extra rep options. Okay. So what's our last set of 40 going to be? How about a 5 through 1? What do I want to do? Should we go for 10s? Because we haven't done any 10s. I don't want to end the workout on 10s. We're such weenies. Let's go for 10s. 10 and 10 twice. 10 and 10 twice. And then we'll have a minute before we start the next round. All right, here we go. 10 at a time. Switch hands. Switch halfway. Switch. Last So the sun is so glaring in my face off of my car. It's driving me crazy. That's why I kind of keep moving this way to get out of that glare. Alrighty. I might change some of the progressions. I haven't decided. I don't really want to end the workout with 10 at a time, but I need to quit being a weenie. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start over again. Probably keeping the same progressions, even though I'm not really crazy about them, the order of them, but just to keep things simple. You can add 1 rep to this next set if you want to. I'm doing 2 hand swings for 10. Round 2. We're halfway. All right, here we go. 1. I'm not doing extra reps. 2. 1 more. All right, next set is 5 and 5 plus 10. You can add 2, which is 10%, or you can add 4. All right, 5 and 5 plus 10. That glare is driving me crazy. 20 reps. I'll take a 30-second break, but you can add 2 more reps or 4 more reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 hands for 10 more. For me, you can add on 4 reps if you want to. Right? Was that our first set of 20? Yeah, it was. Okay, so our second set of 20 is 2 at a time. 2 at a time. All right, so there's 2 sets of 20. You can add on 10% to the first set, or 20%. Here's your 20%, which is 4 extra reps. 2 at a time. So switch on 2. 1, 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 switch on 2. Last 2 for me, but you can add on 4 more. Okay, so here's our first set of 30. The reason why I did 2 at a time for a set of 20 is because I wanted to do 3 at a time for a set of 30. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 at a time. So I am changing the progressions. 3 at a time, 10 times, plus 3 or 9. 1, 2, switch on 3. Switching on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Halfway. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last 3 for me. 1, 2. You can add on 3 or 9. 10% or 30% off the bat. It's up to you. Okay, so if you add on 10, 20, 30%, and then to our last 4 sets, 10, 20, 30, 40%, you will have finished 65 extra reps. I'll do the math on the other option. Okay, where are we? 4 through 1 plus 10, you can add on 6 or 9. 4 and 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1. Plus 10. 2 hands. Last one for me. You can add on 6 or 9. I won't talk while you add on your extra reps. Okay, so if you added 1 to your set of 10, 2 and 4 to your set of 20, 3, 6, and 9 to your sets of 30, 4, 8, 12, and 16 to your sets of 40, you will have done 65 extra reps. I'll figure out the other option when I get more time. Okay, here we are at our first set of 40. No, we have one more set of 30. 5 through 1. 5 through 1. Swing ladder. 5 and 5. Switch hands. 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 3. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. And I'm done. But you can add on 9 more. Okay, here's our 4 sets of 40. Oops, I didn't do that right. Darn it. Okay, first set of 40 is 6 through 2 ladder. You can add on 4, which is 10%, or you can just go for it and add 16, which is 40%. 6 and 6. Switch. 5 and 5. And 3. Two and 2. 1 and 1. Wait a minute, that was extra. Sorry. All right, you might be adding on 16. Sorry, there's no 1 and 1. It was a 6 through 2 ladder. All right, you're still swinging if you added on, if you're adding on 16. But you might have added on 4, which is fine. So I think when I do this workout on Saturday, I'm gonna go for that 65 extra reps per round. So that is 130 extra reps plus a heavier bell on Saturday. All right, what's the next? Okay, 5 through 1 plus 10. You can add on what, 8 or 16. 5 through 1 plus 10. 5 and 5. 4. Three and 3. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. 2 hands for 10 or more. Add on 8 or 16. Let me try and do that math. 0, okay. $100 extra reps doing it the other way. Woohoo! That's a lot of extra reps, especially in such a short amount of time if you do that 2 rounds. Okay, we'll talk about it again when I have time. Okay, so here's 2 more sets of 40. You can add on 12, which is 30%, 4 at a time. So the whole reason why I did 2 at a time for a set of 20 is because I wanted to do 3 at a time for a set of 30 and 4 at a time for a set of 40. So here we are at our 4 at a time, 10 times. We're switching every 4. Halfway. Last 4 for me. You can add on 12 or 16. I love how math works out in the most amazing ways. Numbers. Math was my favorite subject in school, if I haven't mentioned that all these years. So it all makes sense now, right? Okay, where are we? Last set of 40, what could it be, what could it be? What makes the most amount of sense? We just finished with 4. We can go back to 5. We can go down. What should we do? Darn it. I don't even know. Let's just do a 2, 2 at a time, 2 at a time. For 40 reps. Let me get some tissue and I'll come back and talk to you when you're done with your reps. And we'll talk about math a little bit more and how awesome it is. All right, you should be finishing up. Okay, so let's talk about those options one more time. In case you do this workout again, because I will be doing it again on Saturday. So I'm going to remind you, I basically do the same workout twice a week. One at the beginning of the week, which I videotape, and then I repeat it on Saturday. Now sometimes I'll do it on Saturday the first time and repeat it on our video. It just depends. Because sometimes I'll do a workout 3 times in a row, trying to make it better and better and try to improve the progressions in a way that makes sense in my head. Okay, so enough of that. 1 set of 10, 2 sets of 20, 3 sets of 30, 4 sets of 40. All right, I did not add anything on to the first round. 0 extra reps, that was 300 reps. You can add 10% to that set of 10. You can add 20% to those sets of 20. You can add 30% to those sets of 30 and 40% to those sets of 40, and you will do 100 extra reps. Now, you can do those extra reps both rounds. That's 200 extra reps in 30 minutes. That's 30% more. That's a lot, right? Yeah. Or you could just do it on one of the rounds. Maybe you want to do it the first round, get your heart rate way up, and then cruise that heart rate and do no extra reps in the second round. I don't know, it's up to you. But it's a nice progression of reps. So it's not like you're starting out with the longest set first. Okay, your other option is to add 10% to that set of 10. You have 2 sets of 20, so you can add 10% and 20%, 2 and 4. You have 3 sets of 30, you can add 10%, 20%, 30%, so that's 3, 6, 9. And then you have 4 sets of 40, you can add 4, 8, 12, and 16. Super easy extra reps, which total 65 extra reps. Now, you can, if you did 65 extra reps in both rounds, that's 130 extra reps. So I know, too many options, but it's something to think about because, you know, I'm fine with doing the same workout and just changing the weight or changing the extra reps. I don't have to think about the progressions. I already know what they are. I don't have to make them up or remember what they are. There you go. I hope you had a good time. I know I did, and I look forward to doing this workout on Saturday.